What if getting cold feet at the altar didn't just ruin your relationship, but caused your entire extended family to violently bleed to death? If you're anything like me, you just binge-watched Netflix's massive 2026 hit, Something Very Bad Is Going to Happen, and you are currently staring at a wall, rethinking every romantic decision you've ever made. Produced by the Duffer brothers and created by Haley Z. Boston, this 8-episode psychological horror masterclass perfectly weaponizes pre-wedding jitters. Today, we're breaking down the entire season, analyzing the tragic dynamic between Rachel and Nicky, completely explaining that absolute bloodbath of a finale, and diving into the chances of a season 2. Hit that subscribe button, check your RSVP, and let's get into it. First off, let's talk about why this show is sitting pretty at an 89% on Rotten Tomatoes. Instead of supernatural monsters from the upside down, the Duffer brothers traded demogorgons for something way more terrifying: commitment. The story follows engaged couple Rachel Harkin, Camila Morrone, and Nicky Cunningham, Adam DeMarco, as they road trip to Nicky's family cabin for their wedding week. But instead of a blissful countdown, Rachel is bombarded with horrific omens. As the dread sets in, she encounters an immortal, creepy older man known as the Witness, played by Zlatko Buric. He drops a massive lore bomb on her. Rachel's bloodline carries a centuries-old curse. The curse has 3 major rules. Rule 1. A member of the Harkin family must marry their absolute, undeniable soulmate by sundown on their wedding day. Rule 2. To survive, the bride must have 0 lingering doubts. If there is doubt, she will violently bleed to death. Rule 3. If the wedding doesn't happen at all, the curse infects the groom's family bloodline instead. This takes the get-out style trope of meeting the creepy in-laws and violently flips it on its head. The danger isn't the family, it's Rachel. What makes this show so incredibly stressful is the dynamic between our 2 leads. This isn't your standard toxic relationship. It's far more complicated. Rachel Harkin carries the ultimate burden of generational trauma. Throughout the season, she is desperate, superstitious, and deeply paranoid. She watches her family's past violently repeat itself, like her mother's gruesome death, and has to wrestle with an impossible question. Do I genuinely believe this man is my soulmate? Or am I just trying to survive? Nicky Cunningham starts the season as the ultimate green flag boyfriend. He's patient, receptive to Rachel's fears, and seemingly perfect. But as the show unravels, Nicky deconstructs. The curse is a physical manifestation of doubt, and the ultimate twist is that while Rachel spends the whole season stressing about her feelings, the fatal flaw in their relationship ends up being his. Okay, now let's talk about that finale. If you haven't watched episode 8, click off now. Major spoiler warning. As the sun begins to set, Rachel steps up to the plate. After contemplating using a potion to cheat the soulmate test, she chooses to have faith in her love for Nicky. She walks down the aisle confident that he is the one. She beats the doubt. But Nicky? Nicky shatters. Shaken by the secrets of his parents' marriage and the crushing weight of the curse, Nicky hesitates. At the altar, as the sun dips below the horizon, he says no. And all hell breaks loose. Because they didn't marry, the curse immediately infects the Cunningham family. Suddenly, any married person on Nicky's side who isn't with their true soulmate begins to violently hemorrhage. His mother Victoria? Dead. His sister Portia? Dead. His brother Jules? Spared, proving his marriage was actually real, or maybe he isn't part of the bloodline. In a panicked, desperate attempt to stop the massacre, Nicky frantically rushes through the vows, marrying Rachel after the sun has set. But it's too late. Rachel collapses and seemingly dies. The original witness, who caused the curse centuries ago, quietly dies at a reception table, his immortal sentence finally over. Rachel wakes up the next morning in a pool of blood, resurrected. Because she died taking on the burden of the broken wedding, she is now cursed to be the new witness. She is now immortal, destined to helplessly watch every doomed wedding in her family's future. So, with an ending that bleak, is there a season 2? At the time of recording, Netflix has not officially greenlit a second season. Something Very Bad Is Going to Happen was explicitly billed as a limited miniseries. However, given its massive success and top 10 domination, the creators are already plotting. Showrunner Haley Z. Boston has teased 2 major possibilities. The anthology route, turning the show into an anthology series where each season focuses on a completely different existential fear and a new set of characters. The continuation route, following the surviving characters. We could see Rachel in her new role as the terrifying, immortal witness looming over a future descendant's wedding, or see how Nicky copes with the guilt of massacring his family. Either way, the cast is keeping quiet, with Adam DeMarco stating he wouldn't be allowed to say even if he knew. But in the world of Netflix, money talks, and a viewership this high almost guarantees we'll see more from this universe. But what did you guys think? Were you screaming at the TV when Nicky backed out? Do you want a direct sequel or a brand new anthology story? Let me know down in the comments below. If you loved this breakdown, make sure to drop a like, share this with your favorite or least favorite engaged couple, and subscribe for more deep dives into the best of horror. Until next time, stay safe and maybe double check who you're marrying.